Today is Tuesday, which means that it's time for another live Q&A all about dropshipping. I'm your host, as usual, Paul J. Lipsky, here to answer as many of these dropshipping questions that you might have for you. If you're here, just ask your question in the live chat. I'll do my best to answer them for you. Let's make sure everything is working. Looks like the mic's working, the camera's working. Go in that live chat, just say, hey, let me know you can see and hear me. And let me know what your questions are about dropshipping. Now, I have a special announcement for everyone before we get into the Q&A. I am going to be opening back up for enrollment my Facebook Marketplace dropshipping course very, very soon. In less than 2 weeks now, Marketplace Dropshipping Titans will be open up for enrollment. I only open it up about once a year for less than a week. So that's your only chance to enroll. And then I close it down. That way I can spend the rest of the time supporting and helping my students. So if you are interested in joining up, pay attention because I'll be announcing the when it's open very soon. I think it's March 24th is the day it's going to be opening up. And to kick things off, I'm hosting a free live training. This is about an hour-long training. It's completely free, and I'll be teaching you guys a lot more about Facebook Marketplace dropshipping. The link to that free training is in the description. Now, the catch is it's live and the seats are limited. So if you do want that free training, you have to be there live. And again, the seats really are capped. At a certain point, they're not going to let more people in. So make sure you enroll for it. Register for it rather at the link down below and actually show up. I'm also going to be giving away some prizes during that live training. So you want to make sure that you don't miss out by showing up live so you can actually win those prizes. You do have to be there live for those. So I just want to show you guys this right here. This is some of my students' results. Can I do it like this? Yeah, it looks a little better. So these are some of my students' results that have been going through the program so you can kind of see how well they've been doing. So here's like Brian here, who after just 1 week of joining the course did almost $1.5 thousand in profit. We have Rich here, who's done over $3,200 in sales his first month. We have James here, who 45 days in, $11,000 in sale at a 48% profit margin on that. So, I mean, there's just tons and tons of results that my students have been getting out of this program. And this was just kind of like the beta launch, the first group that kind of went through the entire program. So if you are interested in joining this same course that they took, again, it's going to be opening up really soon, but only for a limited time. And if you want to jump on that, the first chance to join that course will be during that live training that I'm going to be having, where I'm going to be giving away the prizes. Even if you don't join the course, during that live training, I promise you, you're going to get a ton of value. You're going to learn some things about Facebook Marketplace dropshipping. I don't reveal publicly here on YouTube that I only talk about usually to my paid students inside the course, but I'll be revealing it during that training as well, just to make sure that anyone who actually comes will actually get value and actually learn something and step away with something actionable that they can do. And of course, if you want the full picture, if you want to know the exact A to Z, that will also be your chance to join the Marketplace Titans course as well. But that's not an obligation at all. So click the first link in the description, get signed up for that live training, and make sure you actually show up so that you get a seat. What is up? Thanks for being here. Mario says, can I open more than 2 eBay accounts with the same bank account? Yeah, you are allowed to have multiple eBay accounts. The kind of catch here is that you shouldn't just open up multiple accounts for no reason. I would suggest in the beginning, just have one eBay account, right? That's where you're going to have run your entire whatever, either it's dropshipping or not dropshipping, whatever you do on eBay, run it from that eBay store. Then if you have a reason to add a second one, that's a good time to add a second one. So when I started selling on eBay, I had one eBay account and I used that account for about a year until I found a reason to add a second one. So at that time, I was doing just retail dropshipping on eBay. It was totally allowed by eBay. And so we were dropshipping primarily Home Depot to eBay. I wanted to mix it up after about a year, so I started doing Walmart to eBay as well. And once I saw that started to work, I used the same account for that, but once I saw it started to work, I separated them. I had one account that was just Home Depot to eBay, another account that was just Walmart to eBay. And that was the reason that I did that. I don't think it was strictly necessary. Actually, I don't really think it was necessary at all, but that is one reason that I chose to do it, just to stay more organized. Now, because we use more wholesale suppliers and we use, just a few items from this supplier, a few items from that supplier, it doesn't make sense to have separate stores for all those different suppliers. But another option that people do is they'll have one eBay account they just do for retail dropshipping, another one they just do for wholesale dropshipping. Again, that's up to you if you want to do it that way. Just have a reason to want to be doing it. Hey, what's up, Nicole? Thanks for being here. All right, William, thanks for the heads up. I appreciate it, man. Yes, this is live. I do these every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Mountain Time. These are live Q&As I do. I show up for you guys every week and answer as many questions as I can. Next week, I might not do a live, okay? I can't promise. I can't say one way or the other. I'm doing some traveling. I don't know if I'll be back in time for the live stream. If I am, awesome, I'll be here. If not, don't be surprised just because I'm going to be doing some traveling. All right, Luca says, what should I do if my sales are slow? I have a lot of furniture and home appliances and none of them are selling. So Luca, there's a lot of reasons why your sales might be slow without looking at your account. I'm not sure exactly why. Also, I'm not sure if you're doing eBay, if you're doing Amazon, if you're doing Facebook Marketplace. But generally, I can give you kind of the same advice for all of them, really, which is you really have to get better at product research, okay? If your products aren't selling, that means that those are items that people don't want, either because they, the short of it is items that they don't want. So what you have to do is you have to find products that people do want. Do product research. There's a formula for product research. You're not just going to list up random items and hope that they sell. You're not just going to list up random products from certain categories like furniture and hope that they sell. Actually do research and find specific items that people want and that are buying and sell those specific items or very, very similar ones. That is really the secret that helped my store kind of explode in growth my first year. And that's because I discovered, hey, I don't have to reinvent everything here. I can find items that are already selling well and sell those same items myself, and kind of a shortcut there. So that's what I would do. And I have videos on YouTube about how to do product research the correct way, and I would definitely make sure you check those out. If you're doing it for eBay, then down in the description, I do have a link to an eBay training I've done in the past that you can still watch for free. And that one goes over that exact product research formula as well. Hey, Mike D, how's it going, man? Sake, I'm doing pretty good. A little bit tired. This whole daylight savings thing, it every year I'm like, it's not gonna throw me off. It always throws me off. I just feel tired. It just messes up my entire schedule. That, Pedro, I don't know. Sorry for that weird noise. I put on chapstick. What do I think of Facebook Marketplace coming to Germany? I don't know, man, to be honest. I don't really have insider information into when these things are rolling out. So unfortunately, I can't answer that. So Facebook Marketplace is available in most countries. But the kicker is that right now in the United States, we have what's called the shipping option. That is what allows us to do drop shipping. So basically, when you sell an item to a customer, the item, you don't have to ship it. You don't have to hand deliver it to them. You can now ship it to them because you can do that if you have the shipping option. That's not available in every country, but it is available here in the United States, and some other countries, they're rolling it out. I don't know when it's going to be available other places, but I do know they promised and they did say it would be coming. I don't know much about Payoneer, but I imagine it's the same as what I just mentioned. Yes, so thanks for the reminder here. So if you ask your question, there's no need to ask it again. I go through these questions one by one in the order that they are received. If you're asking a question right now, I probably won't get to it for another 10 minutes at least because I'm behind in the chat. I like to give as long of an explanation as is necessary to actually answer the question. And that usually means I fall behind in the chat because we have a lot of great questions. Okay. Carlos wants to know, do I just mark up the items a certain percentage, whatever that percentage is, or do I actually go on to Facebook Marketplace and see how much other people are selling the item for? No, I just have a straight markup that I do for all my items. One thing that you can always do is every once in a while check, see, if your items aren't selling well, I should say, check, see if other people are generally selling it lower, and then lower all your items across the board a certain percentage and see if that increases your sales. But just for the sake of efficiency, I don't check. I just have a straight markup. And one good reason for that is because a lot of this is about volume, just getting enough products out there so you can get that consistency of sales. And if you're doing all this work for just one item, then it kind of slows that process down quite a bit. Sake asked another question, right? I don't know if you guys hear dogs barking in the background, but sorry about that if you do. How do you feel about your eBay dropshipping course? How sure are you that I can make it back to the money I spent on the course? The eBay dropshipping course, I just updated it with a couple lessons for those of you, my students. The lessons about listing items. eBay just changed the listing page for listing items, so I just updated the course to reflect that. But my point in making that, my point there is that I'm always updating the course. It's always the most current, up-to-date information. So if you're looking to do eBay dropshipping, it doesn't get much more current than that. And I really think that if you put in the time and effort, you could definitely make back the price of the course without a doubt. And if you're doing wholesale or retail, I really am pushing more people towards wholesale. I think is really the better way to go. But yeah, that would be my suggestion. Go with the wholesale, and if you do it right and get everything set up and get the ball rolling, you could definitely make your money back. Anyone here doing Amazon to Amazon dropshipping? Not me, though I've had some friends who've done it in the past. And you might think this is pretty crazy, like how do you do Amazon to Amazon dropshipping? First thing I'll say is I don't dropship on Amazon at the moment. And there are a few reasons for that, primarily just feeling overloaded last year. I had to cut something out, chose to cut out Amazon. I'm coming back to Amazon though, so don't worry. I'll be talking about that later this year. But not doing Amazon dropshipping and Amazon to Amazon dropshipping. What is that? Crazy enough, it works. It works. So what these people do is they will create new listings on Amazon or find basically duplicate listings for the same item. So let's say it's this water bottle. Well, one person might be selling this, Amazon themselves or a Prime seller or an FBA seller, I should say. So the item might be like $10 with 2-day shipping, but there'll be another listing for the exact same water bottle. And that one is the one you want to jump onto and say, hey, I'll get to use your item in 3 days and it costs $15. And so what you do is then when the item sells, you just buy it from the other seller on Amazon and they ship it to the customer. It's really weird, but I've heard it actually works. And actually I've seen proof that it works. How can you dropship from Aliexpress to Amazon with quick orders? Well, again, I don't do Amazon dropshipping at the moment, though I have a lot of experience with it. And Aliexpress I don't use, but I have some experience with it. But the reason I don't use Aliexpress is because the shipping takes too long. That's one of the primary reasons. I would rather use suppliers based here in the United States, not ones that are overseas, because it just takes too long for customers to get their orders. Returns are a hassle as well. So I don't do Aliexpress, and I don't really encourage most people to do it either, especially beginners, because there's a lot of headache involved. I know Aliexpress seems like a very attractive option because the items there are so cheap. Like you could buy something for a couple of bucks and sell it or drop ship it for a price that's 5-10x the original price. But how sustainable is that when the customers are taking so long to get their orders? They're unhappy with the quality. It just doesn't look good. So it can be very, very difficult to do Aliexpress, and that's why I don't do it. And when I say pay for the course, I think Sake is kind of asking, after you sign up for the eBay course, is there something else you have to spend money on? Yeah, you have to pay for the software. That's going to run you about $25 a month for the software. And there's some of the software has trials, so you can get like a $1 week-long trial or sometimes month-long. So you'll get those trials, but generally it's going to be about $25 a month to run it. But you won't have to pay for the inventory up front. eBay account is free. You don't have to pay for storage of the inventory. You don't have to pay for marketing. You don't have to build a website or pay for a domain. So all that stuff's not going to cost you any money. The only thing you'll have to do is, okay, customer orders an item from you. You'll have to use your credit card to fulfill that order until eBay releases the money to you. And once they do, you can use a portion of it to pay off the credit card and keep the rest as profit. Do you think there's a limit to how far you can scale a Walmart to eBay account? You know, I kind of feel like there is limits on eBay. You see stores doing just incredible volume, but I do think there's a limit in general for an eBay account. I don't know if that's like a limit that's expressly imposed by eBay or just kind of generally what things kind of tap out at. I mean, it's pretty high because I've seen accounts doing huge volume. But yeah, I think at some point there kind of is a limit to a single store. But then you open up another store. Ed wants to know if there's any updates on how to do stealth accounts on eBay. I've generally kind of like distanced myself from stealth accounts. I used to teach how to do them because they used to be easier to do. Now they're kind of like pretty sketchy to set up an eBay, a stealth account on eBay rather. If you're doing stealth accounts, the problem is that eBay now requires your social security number when you set up an eBay account. And that's totally normal because they are basically working with financials, right? Same way a bank account needs that information. If you sign up for a cryptocurrency exchange, they need that. PayPal needs that because they're acting in a way like a bank, a custodian of your money. So they need that social security number in order to report things to the IRS. All these sorts of reasons that they are legally required to get your social security number. What that means is that on eBay, since they ask for your social security number, you can't fake that. You can't pretend to be someone else. And if you are, you're using a fake social security number. No, don't do that. That's like bad stuff, right? I would not touch that at all. Now, there are ways you can do this, right? You can say to your spouse, one of your kids, a family member, a friend, say, hey, you know what? I know how to run these eBay accounts. Let me run one for you. You'll set it up in your name, but I will run it for you. That's kind of a different way of doing it. It's kind of like a stealth account, but there's a real person behind it that you actually know and that approves of it. Carlos wants to know, hey, he has 80 listings and only 3 are the ones that are selling and getting views. Is this normal? And the funny thing is that those listings don't even have tags, LOL. So assume you're talking about Facebook Marketplace. This is normal anywhere I've ever sold. I remember when I first started selling on eBay, I had like up like 100 items and like 5 of them were the only ones selling. And I was like, is this normal? Is this okay? I mean, I'm making money, so I'm happy, but this just feels weird. But I just went with it, and that's kind of been my experience. You know, you'll have a bunch of listings. Only a few of them are the ones that will actually sell and do well. But from what I've seen, that is normal, not only for me, but for other people as well. So don't get too caught up on that. Like I said, it's a numbers game. So if you're seeing like 5% of your listings are selling and actually doing well, well, then you can kind of do the math. Okay, for every 100 items, I'll have 5. So if I have 1,000 items, that's what, like 100? Wait, I'm not doing that math right. You guys do the math at home. You guys can figure out the math. Can't do it off the top of my head. But yeah, you'll understand how it is. Let's see, 100 gives you 5. So 5 times 10 is 50. That makes sense. So you get 50 items that are selling well, and you can kind of do the math to see how quickly you can scale up based on that. But yeah, it's very normal. Renato says, do many cancellations affect your performance on eBay? It could. So when you're selling on eBay rates every seller either below standard, above standard, or top rated seller. You never want to fall below standard. You want to be above standard or top rated seller. Top rated seller is very hard to get as a dropshipper and doesn't really matter. It doesn't really help you as a dropshipper. So you just want to be above standard. If you fall below standard, that's when you start to get penalized. So how do you avoid falling below standard? Well, it's easy. Just fulfill your orders on time, upload your tracking numbers on time, respond to cases that are open, returns that are open, and don't cancel too many orders for being out of stock. That's basically it. And if you do that, you'll be fine. But notice I said, do not cancel too many orders for being out of stock. If you do that, that is when it can make you fall below standard and when you could get penalized for falling below standard. Well, you heard it from him. Amazon dropshipping is the best and very profitable. Carlos says, how do you know if a product is selling well on Walmart? Is it because of the reviews? That's one thing you can look at. So one technique some people use, I don't use this a ton, is you can just go onto Amazon, go onto Walmart, and see which of their items are selling really well there. And if they're doing well there, you can then sell those items somewhere else and hope they're going to sell well on eBay or Facebook Marketplace. Now on Amazon, they make it easy because they actually give you the best sellers. There's a bestseller rank for those items. With Walmart though, it's not as clear. Now what you can do is in any of the search results, you can sort it by bestsellers. So they're going to put at the top the best sellers right at the top. You could also look at the reviews, exactly like you said, Carlos, because if you see more reviews for a product, then that would lead you to believe, it leads me to believe that lots of people are ordering that item. You think about it. Most people don't leave reviews for items. Maybe, actually, I have no idea. I'm not even let's say hypothetically it's 5% of people, right? So for every 100 people, 5 of them review the item. So if you see 5 reviews, maybe you can guess that 100 people have bought it. If you see 2,000 reviews, I don't know how many people that is actually ordered it. You can do the math at home, right? The point is there's substantially more people that buy it than actually review it. So the more reviews, the more people have bought it. It means it's more popular. Which platform is best for drop shipping? That is a big question. There are so many great places to drop ship. I've tried a lot of them. In my personal opinion, right now, Facebook Marketplace dropshipping, Facebook Marketplace is probably the best place to be dropshipping right now. Overall, my best place has always been eBay when you look at all the dropshipping I've done. But right now, I'd say Facebook Marketplace. It's just really hot. Not a lot of people doing it. Ton of sellers on Facebook Marketplace. Low fees. You could still do retail dropshipping. It's just really, really strong right now if you get in right now with Facebook Marketplace dropshipping. Okay, Brenda says the auto-detect categories for Facebook and Google in Facebook Marketplace and Facebook FBM Fox templates. Okay, so I think what Brenda's saying is that when she uses FBM Fox for Facebook Shops, so FBM Fox is the software that we use for Facebook Shops. When we use it, it automatically selects a category for the item. Now, you want to make sure that that category is correct. Category, I think, is important when it comes to listing items anywhere in any marketplace, including Facebook Marketplace. So you do want to make sure that category is correct. If it's not correct, whether eBay will automatically select a category, Facebook has categories. If any of those are incorrect, I would always go in and correct it so you find the right one or closest that you can find that works with what you're trying to do. So that is what I would do. I definitely update it. Just saw I got a super chat. So let me find that super chat and I'll come back because I have a special announcement about the super chat. $20 super chat From Carlos, thanks so much for getting all my questions again, Paul. And thank you to the moderators, to Carlos, man. You are awesome. Thank you so much. What I wanted to announce was that any super chats we get this month, and I think next month, we're going to be donating to a charity that is, let me see if I can remember what it's called. I don't want to mess it up. Give me 1 second. Is this it? Well, it is a charity. I just want to make sure I get the right one. Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. So we're going to be donating to LLS for any super chats we get. In addition to that, during the Facebook Marketplace dropshipping course, when I open up for enrollment, proceeds of those sales are going to be going towards LLS as well. So yeah. So $20 towards LLS. Thanks so much, Carlos. Appreciate it. And I think we had $5 from a couple weeks ago. So we're up to $25 for that, which is awesome. Okay, where did I leave off? Okay. Joker says, wow, thanks for answering. I just subbed yesterday. Willing to keep up with your content in the future. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Okay, so Edward says, I heard Facebook may enable Marketplace on April 1st. Maybe it's a joke, though. Others were able to get them enabled, but when I was going to do so, Facebook added a software patch so it no longer works. Yeah, so this has been like a bit of a waffling back and forth with Facebook. So if you have Facebook shops, which I mentioned before, the items aren't just going to stay in your shops. You want them to be pushed to Facebook Marketplace. And that functionality exists. Facebook allows items in your shop to be pushed to Facebook Marketplace. But that feature has to be something that you get approved for. And they're slowly rolling it out in batches. So a bunch of people got approved last year, a bunch of people earlier this year. A few people found a way in, kind of a backdoor way that, from what I hear, doesn't work anymore. And sounds now like April 1st is right around the corner. So that should be when a lot of people are getting approved. Shane says, do you think it's better to do manual listing or bulk listing with FBM Fox? It's up to you. The only thing I'll say, Shane, is that do not bulk list too many items at once. I actually like the bulk listing tool, so I use it a lot just for a single listing, but I wouldn't do too many at once. That kind of raises a red flag, and they say, hey, where are all these items flooding in? I think you should just, move slowly with your listings. Right now, I'd say Facebook Marketplace for all the reasons I stated before. That I don't know about. I know a little bit about VAT, but not a ton. You might need it. I'm not sure. Sake says, how often do you update your eBay dropshipping course? Is the information new and in this time? Yes, absolutely. I update it. I don't say like I'm going to update it like on June 1st every day because it's every year because it's the middle of the year. I update it as it's necessary, as it's needed. When things come up or as I learn more about dropshipping, I'll update new strategies and tactics or things like that. So yeah, so it's just as things roll out. But I update it frequently. It usually ends up being 2 or 3 times a year. I just updated the eBay course less than a month ago with new strategies, new ways of using the software that I thought the students would really, really enjoy. So it is all new and up to date. With the latest information. I think we just got another super chat. So what happens if I do this? I can come back to that. Okay, cool. Found a way to label where I left off. I've got a super chat. There's one from Carlos. So thanks again, Carlos. And a $20 from Kimberly. Nothing attached to it, just saying $20. So thank you, Kimberly, so much. Again, that's going to go towards LLS. We're up to $20, $40, $45 in super chats. I'm going to be donating to LLS at the end of the month, or maybe it's the next 2 months. I'll do it. So thank you so much, Kimberly. Really, really appreciate that. Okay. George says, besides Zeek Analytics, what software do you recommend for product research? George, for product research on eBay, it doesn't get any better than Zeek Analytics. I've tried a lot of the different software out there. Zeek is the best, and there's really not a lot of competition for it. There used to be a software. I like to give people, the options. I don't want to say I don't want to sound like I'm being a shill for Zeek Analytics or something. But there's another, so that's why I'm giving you guys some options. Another one out there called Chili Lister. What's it called? Chili Lister, I think. I don't even know if it's still around. That one's good too, but I think they make you pay for, at least the last time I used it made you pay for a whole year up front. I recommend Zeek Analytics because it's the one that I use and the one that I like. It works really well. That's why I recommend it. So, yeah. Answered this one already. All right, so Robert says, can you please let us know the days and hours of your Facebook dropshipping course coming up? And will you be offering this course again this year? So let me pull up the actual dates for you so that I make sure I don't get anything wrong and give you guys the correct information. Okay, where are we? Here we go. So the course is launching. It's going to open up for enrollment, I should say, on March 24th. So it's opening up. That's a Thursday, March 24th. So I'm doing the live webinar at 1 p.m. Eastern time. That's 11 a.m. Mountain time, 10 a.m. Pacific time. So I'm doing it. That's when I'm doing the live webinar. During that webinar, the course will open up for enrollment. So you'll be able to join at that point. That'll be your first chance to join in early with some bonuses in there. So, and you can also win prizes during that live training as well and learn some awesome stuff. So that's happening then. And then you only have until the Tuesday after that to actually join the course. And then it's closed for enrollment. So again, that live training, I'll have it linked up down below for you to enroll in that. And then once the day comes, the 24th at 1 p.m. Eastern time, get there early because the number of attendees will be capped out. I think it's around, I forget how many it is. I got to check the software again. C says, thank you for doing the live. So much beneficial information. Our pleasure. My pleasure. Well, our pleasure because I've a VA in here helping too with moderating. All right. Renato says, what do you do when a customer says he or she did not receive the tracking number, did not receive the item, but the tracking number shows delivered to the front door? I would do the same thing that you would do if the item was supposed to be delivered to your home. So you can go ahead and just contact your supplier. Move this out of the way. So contact the supplier and say, hey, I never received this item, and see what they say. Usually they have a process for that, and then just go through that process. Whatever they tell you, just tell the customer. Say, if the supplier says, we're showing it's delivered, here's the tracking information, we'll send basically that same message to the customer. If the supplier says, okay, we're going to refund you and open up a case with FedEx or whoever, then just go ahead and refund your customer. And that's generally, you're kind of like a middleman in there. Jacob says, how do you get the shipping option on Facebook? So if you're selling in the United States and you have an older Facebook account, you should already have the shipping option. It should just be there for you. Now, if you don't have the shipping option, there's a few reasons for that. There are a few reasons that could be happening. First of all, it might be happening because you used to run ads on your Facebook account, but then you got banned from doing ads. Maybe because you violated their terms when it comes to ads. If that happened, then you need to appeal that and get that restriction lifted, and then your shipping option should come back. The other reason it might happen is if you have a brand new Facebook account, in which case you just have to give it time and kind of just use Facebook Marketplace without the shipping option. There are options for that. And also just use that Facebook in general until that shipping option gets unlocked. I would open a new store. If you are using an eBay account already for another purpose, like reselling, you go to thrift stores, you go to garage sales, anything like that, then I would open a separate store for an eBay dropshipping business. That's a good reason to have multiple stores, because you're going to have different business policies. You want things to be separate and organized, and I think that's a really smart idea. Oh, so your wife doesn't have the shipping option. What's going on? Yeah, been weeks. Yeah, you can try reaching out to Facebook. Sometimes they will respond sometimes and be able to kind of tell you what's going on. You can even try joining. There's some Facebook groups that are set up by Facebook themselves for marketplace sellers, and you can go in there and kind of ask the same question as well. Again, this is another one of those things that it should be available to most sellers using Facebook Marketplace, but they are kind of moving in waves. Everything on Facebook Marketplace is still kind of new and in beta and being tested. So some people have features that other people don't, unfortunately, which makes it a little bit confusing, but that's just the reality of it, the case of it. Please smash the thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for the reminder, man. Appreciate you. Very good information. Thank you. My pleasure. Cody coming in with the win, saying Facebook is so undersaturated. I did $16,000 in sales in the last 2 weeks with barely any product research. That's awesome, man. Congratulations on your success so far. And that's what I mean. Like, you can just go in there and just see success really, really fast with Facebook Marketplace dropshipping. You can see $16,000 in sales in 2 weeks with barely any product research. Kind of seems like sometimes anything you throw up there kind of works, though I would optimize your chances of success by doing some product research myself. But it sounds like you are doing some. You just said barely, which is awesome. Again, congratulations. That's awesome to hear. Is 500 listings too much on Facebook Marketplace? No, but it's too much if you're doing it all at once. With any of these platforms, you don't want to just come out and just whoosh and just throw up a ton of items, like 500 items. I would scale slowly with all of them. So don't just come out of the gate doing 500 listings all at once. Just move slowly through it. All right. How to add payment receiving on Facebook Marketplace. That's the shipping option. It's the same thing. That's when the payments from the buyers will go through Facebook, and then Facebook will hold on to it until you actually get the item delivered, and then they'll send it directly to your bank account. It's the same thing. It's called the shipping option, and we talked about that. Give Paul a thumbs up. Appreciate you, Mike. George wants to know what I think about Mercari dropshipping. I've not tried it. I haven't spent a lot of time even looking into it, to be honest. I'm not going to say too much about it because I don't have an opinion because I haven't really done a lot of research on it. I know people that are doing it well, so check it out if you want. Add another revenue stream. I don't plan on doing it because I have enough going on, to be honest. There's a cap, okay? It's fun to do these kind of experiments and try them just for YouTube and just to tell you guys about it. So maybe I'll do it for that. But I like to show you, instead of going wide, I like to go like deep with stuff. You know, a lot of other YouTubers, one week they'll say, okay, I tried eBay dropshipping, and then I tried Facebook dropshipping, and then I tried Amazon FBA, and then I tried wholesale Amazon, and then I tried this, and then I tried that, and then I tried, what's the thing called? DoorDash, all these different things. And they're fun to watch, but are you really learning from those videos? Those very like shallow videos, as I call them, how to actually run it? No, it's just entertainment. So I try to go deep on this channel, try to keep it kind of entertaining, but also try to give you guys some actual information on how these businesses work. And so I found things that work: eBay, Facebook Marketplace, things, crypto bots. And I go deep with those and teach you guys and show you guys how those work. We use Scan Genie to scout for products. The app is gone now. I don't know that. I'm assuming that's for Amazon, like FBA. Let me see. Scan Genie. Nope, not Scab Genie. Scan Genie. Yeah, that's a retail arbitrage for Amazon FBA sellers. That's what I thought. I don't do that, so I can't really help you out there. I would check out Rake and Profit, because that's what he does, and I bet, and he has some apps that he uses like that. Antoine says, how do you set up multiple eBay accounts under one business? Just when you're setting up the new account and the old account, just put in the same business information for both. You can do both. The only thing that has to be different is the email address, but you can have two eBay accounts under one business. All right. Shoot, I lost my place again. Okay, thank you. We learned a lot. Correct. Oh, can we open multiple Facebook Marketplace accounts, or Facebook bans the accounts? So you're not allowed. So the thing is, every Facebook Marketplace account is tied to a Facebook account. So I have a Facebook account as myself, and that has attached to it a Facebook Marketplace account. If I wanted to create a second Facebook Marketplace account, I would need to create a new Facebook account. The problem is that Facebook specifically says you as an individual are only allowed to have one Facebook account. Now, will they ban the second one? I'm not sure. I'm not willing to take that risk personally. So by creating another one. So I wouldn't do it. The other problem is that when you create a new Facebook account, you'll have Facebook Marketplace, but the shipping option will not be enabled right away. It will take time. So I don't even know if there's much value in you really creating a second Facebook account just for another Facebook Marketplace account, which again is not even allowed. I don't think I'm an hour early. No. I think you forgot to set your clock forward an hour. That's what I think, Kevin. Because we just had daylight savings on Sunday, which is why I'm so tired this week. Okay, Jacob says, when creating a title, is it more important to put the brand name in front or the product name in front? That depends. It depends on how strong the brand is. Generally, I don't include brand names in the title unless it is a brand that people are actually going to be searching for. Even then, let me revise my original answer a little bit. I never put the brand name in the beginning. I always put it, if it's important brand, I'll put it in the title somewhere, but not in the beginning. So usually what I do is I like the first 2 to 3 words of the title to fully describe the item. Like for instance, if it's a bookshelf, it might be like a 3-shelf, medium height bookshelf in espresso brown. That's a lot of words. So instead, I might just make the first 3 words, or first 3 or 4 words, 3-shelf bookshelf, or maybe just even bookshelf, right? I want the beginning to just fully describe it in as few words as possible, and then I can add more onto that explain what it is more in depth. So I do like 3-shelf bookshelf, espresso brown, medium, whatever else I want to put in there. All right, caught up to Carlos's super chat. So thanks again. A reminder, all the super chats we get this month are going to be donated to LLS, a little bit of a charity thing that we're doing. We're already up, because of this stream, to $45. So thanks, guys. Okay. Info Shopping wants to know what they should put down as the shipping and handling time for the item on eBay. For that information, you really got to work with your supplier or contact them and find out from them how long it's going to take for them to dispatch the item and how long it will then take for the item to be delivered. So once you get that item from your supplier, you just put that information to eBay and that's it. Just make sure there's a little bit of a cushion because you'll have to fulfill that order. and that will cause a bit of a delay. Can you be more specific? Edward, I'm not 100% sure what you're asking, so maybe you can clarify that. Thanks again, Kimberly, for the super chat, which I'll be donating to the Lymphoma and Leukemia Society at the end of the month. Okay, answered that last week. Unfortunately, DB Cooper, I don't know the answer to this. You're in the UK, you want to add the shipping option, but you're afraid they're going to ask for a social security number. Yeah, they should ask for, I mean, here in the United States, when you add the shipping option, they will ask for the social security number. I don't know what they'll do in the UK if you're in the UK. Do they know you're in the UK? Okay, $45. Okay. Antifa says, have I ever drop shipped on Walmart? I have not. And I would advise you do not do it yourself. The reason for that is because, so there's few people I trust in the world in general. I'm not the most trusting of others when it comes to business stuff, because I've been screwed by other people. That came out like I'm just totally paranoid or something. It's kind of a joke. But the point is, there's people I really, really trust. That's a better way of putting it. There's people I really, really trust out there when it comes to business and drop shipping, things like that. One of those guys is Tyler. He runs a YouTube channel called Tyler's Take. He used to be called Dropship Tyler, for those of you who are interested. And the reason I trust him is because he's just always honest. You know, he puts on YouTube every good thing that comes out of his businesses and all the bad stuff as well. Totally honest. And one thing that he told me, and he has videos about this too, is that he was doing Walmart dropshipping and was killing it, making a lot of money dropshipping on the Walmart. And then like overnight, the entire thing was just shut down. Walmart said, nope, we're not going to allow this. They shut the entire thing down. And now it's not lucrative anymore. And this is coming from a guy who was really crushing it with Walmart dropshipping. So I trust him based on that information. And he says, no, I wouldn't do it. Not worth it. And it's not going to work. So there's a link to the webinar that's happening on March 24th. You just go to dstitans.com/webinar. DS Titans is kind of like I try to make these links as short as possible for you. I could make it dropshippingtitans.com/webinar, but then it's just like way too long. So we have this nice little short link for you guys if you're ever wondering where that came from. dstitans.com/webinar. DS stands for dropshipping. William says, with all these stories of Amazon Prime buying accounts getting banned for dropshipping, is it better to avoid Amazon altogether? Or is it true that Amazon allows you to dropship from non-Prime accounts? My understanding is that you can dropship from non-Prime accounts, but in general, I'm moving away from using Amazon as a supplier. So I used to use Amazon as a supplier on eBay 5 years ago. And I slowly just started to move away from them because I had such success with Walmart and Home Depot. And then as it turned out, eBay really didn't like drop shipping from Amazon. So if you ever hear people saying eBay doesn't allow retail drop shipping, it's primarily because of Amazon. That's really what they don't like. So I've discouraged people from drop shipping from Amazon to eBay for years now. I just don't think it is a smart idea at all. It's what eBay doesn't like. But then when Facebook Marketplace came out, drop shipping on there, I immediately started using Amazon because it was just so easy and it works so well. But again, Amazon, their turn to not like it, and they say, hey, we don't want this happening. So we don't really use Amazon anymore as a supplier, but we can use other places like Walmart or Home Depot or a ton of other retailers for Facebook Marketplace dropshipping. Okay, so that's, again, no buy button is the same thing as a shipping option, and I've answered that question a couple of times already. Not sure what that question is. Lauren, I don't know the answer to this. I've never encountered this specific circumstance where you have a US LLC and bank account, but a Canadian Facebook. Try it out. I'm not sure, but you're never going to know unless you just try it and see what happens. All right. Liquid Fist says, I want to buy your Facebook Marketplace course when it comes out, and I also want to have a Facebook shop. When will Facebook invite shops onto Marketplace? Are they doing it this year? So Facebook Marketplace, you sell directly onto there, or you can do it through Facebook Shops. I prefer to do it through Facebook Shops. It's harder to set up, but much more streamlined when you do, and I just see more sales coming through Shops than just straight Facebook Marketplace. So Shops is definitely the way you want to go. When you join my Facebook Marketplace dropshipping course, you get both the course on how to do Facebook Marketplace directly and another course that's included within that. So it's one course, but it could be a separate course about how to use Facebook Shops. So you'll learn how to do both those things, and you can do both. What I usually encourage people to do is just start selling on Facebook Marketplace right away. And because you can, if you start doing Facebook Marketplace, you join the course, the Marketplace Titans course, you'll have products on Facebook Marketplace that same day. It's that quickly. You can make sales as soon as the next day. It can happen really fast. Facebook Shops takes longer to set up. There are more steps. So I always encourage people, hey, sell on Facebook Marketplace, get that going, get that experience, some revenue in, and at the same time, start to set up your shop. Go through the steps of that, because that can take time. And then once Shops is approved and is rolled out and it's all working for you, then if you want to transition all the way to Shops, you can totally do that. But in the meantime, at least you have Facebook Marketplace running as well. Now, one of the tricks with Shops is, okay, you list up all your items into a shop. What Facebook is doing is they are pushing those items from Shops onto Facebook Marketplace. But they're not doing that for everyone. They're rolling that feature out in waves. And from what we hear, the next time that's going to happen is April 1st, which is coming up. So hopefully, if you get in now and established now, then that feature will be unlocked for you in April. DoorDash. Yeah, I don't know what I said. That's what I meant to say. You're inside my brain. You get me. You get me. Ayub says, what about NFTs and Solana? We need more videos. Yeah, I'll be making some more crypto videos soon. I've made a few already this year, and I'll be talking more about those, particularly next month, as I'm making some adaptations to my crypto portfolio. Because if you saw my last video, it wasn't doing so well. And generally, I'm in the sense, hey, you have something, an investment, it's not doing well, just keep holding it until it goes back up. But I realized I was doing some things really wrong with my crypto investments. So I'll be talking more about that in a few weeks, and about NFTs in general. But the honest truth is, I don't want to be one of those people that just every week comes out and says, hey, buy this NFT, buy this NFT, or buy this NFT. I'm really picky with the NFTs I buy into, really picky. And I've only found a few that I really like, and I've already made videos about those ones. So I'm only going to talk about ones that I actually really think have potential. Saga says, how long will it take someone to get through my eBay dropshipping course if he spends 3 hours studying it every single business day? You can get through it in a long weekend, so like 3 or 4 days. If you're really dedicated and spend maybe a little bit more than 3 hours every day doing that, you'll get the bulk of it. Now, there's a lot of information in that eBay course, but up front, I give you the most important information so you can get through that stuff first, get everything set up, and then the more advanced stuff can come later when you're ready for it. Said that clock. What's LLS? That's the Leukemia and Lymphoma. Yeah, Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, LLS. So we're going to be donating money to them at the end of the month with any super chats and some proceeds from from my businesses will go to them as well, including proceeds from people who join the course. A portion of that will go towards that as well. All right. Yeah, you can do that. I'm trying to find. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the answer to this question. I apologize. I don't sell on eBay Australia, so I don't know the answer to it. I'm sorry to say. And there's Tyler's Take YouTube channel. All right. I haven't decided yet. The eBay course is $297. That's always open for enrollment. It's always that price. So you can find that down below. The Facebook course, I'm not sure how much it's going to be selling for at the moment. All right. So I think we're going to close it out there for the day, for the week. Thanks so much, everyone, for hanging out and asking such great questions. Thanks, everyone, for the super chat. Again, we're going to be donating that to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society at the end of the month, all the super chats. So really appreciate Carlos and Kimberly for their donations towards that. If you guys have any questions, make sure to join us next week for the webinar I'm doing on Thursday. Again, the link to join that webinar, to register for it, is in the description. Head on over there, get signed up, and I'll be able to do a Q&A at the end of that and answer any questions you guys have about Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace dropshipping. You'll also see more student results, and you'll learn how this works. You're going to learn some really, really great stuff there, some stuff I haven't revealed publicly before. So there's going to be a ton of value out of that. If you want to join my course, that's awesome. I'll tell you about it during that, and that'll be your first chance this year to join that course. Otherwise, you won't be able to join until I open it back up next time, whenever that is. So come over to that, and I'll see you guys there. And maybe we'll do a live Q&A next week if I'm done traveling. So thanks everyone for hanging out, and see you guys next week.